Be my word, Iyani Ura Shotigbo. Anytime I dey feel down, no, she makes me smile. Aduni, kilo fell, she na Gucci.
Now, that was Ruga before the fame. When Ruga first blew up in 2021, he had the backing of Jonzing World and everything looked perfect and mapped out for him. Not long after his signing, he had a big hit that made people know his name. The hit track was called Bounce. I'm sure we can all remember how big the song was. After then, he went on to release other crazy bangers under Jonzing World like Dior, Snapchat, Ashiwaju, Girlfriend, Wee Wee, and so many others that made his name known in so many places. Now imagine leaving the record label that helped push his sound to begin standing on his own. Of course, a lot of people thought he would go down from there, but that is not the case. Instead, he's still doing very well. Let us look into the story of Ruga and how he survived leaving Jonzing World. Ruga's real name is Michael Adebayo Olayinka. He was born on the 23rd of September 1999. He rose to fame, as we all know, with the release of his song Bounce. He is known for his signature eye patch, dancehall-infused sound, and confident, rebellious persona. Ruga grew up around music, singing in church and school bands before stepping into the mainstream scene. Ruga's big break came when he was discovered by The Prince, the founder of Jonzing World, and this was the same label that introduced Rema. In 2021, he was officially unveiled as a new signee under Jonzing World in partnership with Sony Music, and we all know what happened after then, because Ruga didn't blow slowly, he exploded. His debut EP called Pandemic introduced hits like Bounce, which was his breakout track, Abu Dhabi, and another track called Ruga. Bounce was Ruga's massive hit, like I said earlier, charting and dominating streaming platforms, instantly putting Ruga on the map. And Ruga didn't sleep on that traction his debut EP got. He quickly followed it up with another EP called The Second Wave, which had tracks like Dior, Snapchat, Wee Wee, and also in 2022 he also released Ashiwaju. Now, all these tracks mentioned were serious bangers, and they even made Ruga more popular because I'm sure most of you discovered Ruga with those songs. So it is obvious Ruga did well under Jonzing World. That is why it came as a shock in 2024 when Ruga made a bold move that he was leaving Jonzing World and launching his own label called Blown Boy Entertainment. Why were people shocked Ruga was leaving Jonzing World? Well, that's because it was only 2 years after signing the deal that he was leaving. And stars like Rema, who has also had perfect success under his label, hasn't said anything about leaving or dropping his deal, although every artist's contract is different. Anyways, some people doubted Ruga, asking questions like, can he survive without label backing? And others backed the move because Ruga's sound was unique and hard to replicate, so they knew he would be fine, and they were right. After Ruga's exit from Jonzing World, he was only elevated since then. Collaborating with Buju Benson changed a lot of narrative about Ruga. After a previous rivalry, both artists dropped the joint project called R&B in 2024. And the results was great. It suggested Ruga was more mature. The songs on that EP had better songwriting depth and Billboard Afrobeats chart entries with their single Romeo Must Die. The project rebranded Ruga as more than a hitmaker. It showed growth, versatility, and industry respect. At least that is what I think. And to top it all off, it was around that time that the Wizkid cosign came. Wizkid tweeted that he really loved Ruga's single called Make Way, and that also did a lot for Ruga. Ruga himself has said seeing that tweet pushed him to do more and keep going amidst all the chaos and noise he was facing after leaving Jonzing World.
Shout out to Wizkid for, talking about Make Way. I'm sure he enjoyed that song because
in Afrobeats, a Wizkid cosign is almost like a stamp of global approval. What makes Ruga's story even more interesting is what happened after leaving Jonzing World. As an independent artist, he continues to drop music, he still tours globally. I mean, he performs at sold out shows across different countries. That is rare. Most artists struggle after leaving structured labels, but Ruga leveraged his fan base, his performance energy, and his dancehall global appeal. Because after announcing his exit from Jonzing World, Ruga said in multiple interviews that he saw comments saying he was never going on tour again from fans, but that didn't seem to be the case. Ruga controlled the story, from being discovered and shaped by a label to building it and a strong identity, and to living and proving he can stand alone. And that just makes Ruga an all-round good music artist. But what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let us get talking. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.